It is now time for the main event of the evening. It is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
And now Brian with a knee plus. Oh, suplex to the outside! Then you run back up, knee plus to the champion. Tears trouble, knee plus on the outside. Samoa Joe. Wait, Joe just took Brian's head off. Now he's unleashing an attack. And oh, Cruz went charging and paid the price. And a bicycle kick. And now he's taking the fight. He's attacking. The coward's way out. Oh, low blow by Cruz. And it's patented. Ball game.
And still, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews leads as he can, and that is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. Let's go!
It's the beginning, we already winning, we ripping like Jack, so you know that we killing. The flow is so cold that the bone is chilling. Just give me a minute, I'm feeling revisions, malicious, precision, destroy competition. The newest edition, the walk up and kill it, the war of attrition. We bring demolition, no need for permission, we never pay a mission. Hey, I'm a big dog, so I'll take the reins, spitting flame like a dragon. Ice in my veins, up in the air with the planes, looking down at the planes. We're little grains, just trying to make some gains. Hey,
I be on that light skin, I be on the top, you know that. I be on that right shit, I be way up. I be on that light skin, I be on the top, you know it.
It's Monday, and you know what that means as the State Farm Arena is rocking to its foundations for the fallout from a successful WrestleMania weekend, as this is the season premiere of Monday Night Carnage. We are still reeling from our WrestleMania weekend, and this is what we have in store for you this evening. Bronson Reed shockingly returned during night 1 and destroyed Cedric Alexander during night 2 to win the TV title. Reed is issuing an open challenge in our main event for his title. And speaking of main events, the ESC of the WWE, Bianca Belair, proved that she is indeed built different as she successfully retained her women's title during night 1. We hear from the sole female athlete of the Beatdown Corporation later tonight. And it looks like we're not wasting any more time as we're about to kick off tonight's festivities with a man who played a huge part in the outcome of last night's main event, the Destroyer, Samoa Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Destroyer, Samoa Joe!
Destroying that he did. Samoa Joe played a pivotal part in 2 outcomes this past weekend. He shockingly attacked Brock Lesnar and left him laying with the Muscle Buster, a move that cost the Beast his match against Daniel Bryan. And then just 24 hours later, we thought he was coming to aid Bryan in securing the WWE World Heavyweight title, but that wasn't the case as he choked out Bryan and aided into the descent of Bryan's chances of leaving the Mercedes-Benz Stadium as champion. As you can hear, the State Farm Arena is rocking to its foundations, greeting Samoa Joe with a hero's welcome. But as you can see, we are set to hear from the former WWE champion. Hopefully we can get some insight on why he did what he did last night. That is a match that I personally can't wait to see. Is he? Samoa Joe is picking up the mantle that was left by Triple H, John Moxley, just to name a few, and those eyes belong to a man who wants to rid us of our rebellion problem once and for all, but that would be easier said than done. And wait a minute, wait, Barrett taking exception to Joe's words on the attack. But that might be short-lived as Joe takes his head off with a lariat. Joe said he will be the sole man responsible for ridding us of our rebellion problem, but that might come as easy for right here. Oh, Barrett's in trouble. He has him up. Same thing he did to Brock Lesnar's a muscle buster on Barrett. Take that. The Destroyer Samoa Joe is on a hunt for the group who once cost him the WWE title and will be cerebral in his approach to ridding the WWE of the rebellion once and for all. And speaking of ridding this company of problems, just 24 hours ago, this man rid the WWE of a fiendish problem in a situation that is incredibly hard to explain, but despite what the fans here in the State Farm Arena might think, we have to acknowledge the fact that this man survived the unknown when he left Firefly Mayhem on top, when he finally embraced who he truly is for the survival of his family. He is the head of the Bloodline. He is Roman Reigns. Prior to WrestleMania, his uncle Rikishi addressed the fans over on JoshuaGresham.org about this man getting to a place to be acknowledged as one of the best to step foot in the ring, but he needed that final push, and I, for one, believe he received that final push last night when he was drugged and taken through something none of us can really explain, but he did what he had to do to preserve his family legacy, and as the t-shirt says, we have to finally acknowledge him as the Tribal Chief. Wade Barrett is being attended to after being laid out from that muscle buster, but this is quite the interaction. To my knowledge, they have yet to cross paths. And you know Samoa Joe is always down for a fight, but I don't think the time for these two to come to blows is upon us just yet. But when it happens, it could be awesome. And speaking of awesome, what Roman Reigns did last night was amazing, but I'm being told he's just out here to observe our opening contest, which will go down when we come back. His cousins, who had his back last night, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, will be in action for the first time since Carnage Gold Rush when they take on Kalisto and Lince Dorado, the Lucha Dragons. What a match that has the possibility to be in just a heartbeat away. But Roman Reigns will be watching as the whole world will be watching. Will his cousins follow suit on the path of success? Or will the Dragons start off this new era of the Bloodline with utter disappointment? Monday Night Carnage continues next. Welcome back to Monday Night Carnage. There you see Roman Reigns watching on that ringside as we await the arrival of his cousins. Their opponents that are standing in the ring, Kalisto and Lince Dorado, are ready for battle with the former tag team champions, and they will be accompanied to the ring by their father, Rikishi. This family has overcome a lot, and with Roman Reigns at the forefront,
The following tag team contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Bloodline, accompanied to the ring by their father Rikishi, at a total combined weight of 479 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Appreciate that introduction, Sonic, but as I was saying, with Reigns at the forefront, it'll be impossible to topple this reinvigorated family. Competing in the ring for the first time since the ladder match that took place at Carnage Gold Rush, Jimmy and Jay are ready for a fight, and a fight they might get. But the fact that they had the back of their cousins when Blood Brother Bo and Brother Mercy tried to attack Roman after Firefly Mayhem proves they are all in with their cousin through and through, especially since he had their backs when those two men attacked them last month ahead of their originally scheduled in-ring return. But look at the eyes of those men. Both of these men, they aren't playing around tonight. This is the same look they had when they won the tag team titles back at WWE Ground Zero last September. A win tonight could very well place them on the right track to once again contend and possibly win those tag team titles yet again. Roman has given the order, show up and win. Will his cousins do just that, show up and win? We're a heartbeat away from finding out the answer to that question. Kalisto starting for his team, Jimmy starting for his. Roman and Rikishi are watching, so the pressure is on, and here we go. Referee Jessica Carr is your official for our opening matchup for the season premiere of Monday Night Carnage. Kalisto has his crowd in State Farm Arena firmly behind him, chanting Lucha, but he just got met with that super kick right out of the gate. And now Lindsay being dispatched up by Jimmy. Are they looking to put this one away right off the rip? Jimmy makes the tag, scooping him up into the slam, but he about to be in the drop zone for the Uso splash. Roman's impressed, I think. Either way, the Usos make quick work of the Lucha Dragons and pick up the strong win in this tag team match. Was that even a record? Nevertheless, this is how it went down. A super kick just kicked off the face, and then an Uso splash on Kalisto, and then after being dispatched up by Lindsay Dorado, here we go, 2 and 3.
Here are your winners, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos!
Nothing left can be said, but if you want my honest opinion, the past 24 hours for the Bloodline has indeed been quite the reboot. But I have to be honest with you, if they want to get those tag team titles again, they have to go through some solid opposition to put the tag team division on lock. Roman Reigns has been a man of few words since Firefly Mayhem, but if anything, he has to give his cousins their props. They make quick work of Kalisto and Dorado, and they have a proud father backing them. And soon enough, the Street Profits will possibly have to contend with this reinvigorated duo. And there you see the stamp of approval. Roman Reigns went through hell to realize that he needs to lead his family to further greatness and will accept nothing less. It looks like the Bloodline is about to gain some female representation in the form of Naomi and Tamina. That's interesting. It is that time of year to determine who is at the top of the food chain with the upcoming return of the King of the Ring tournament. And with that, we need some participants. So on the next edition of Monday Night Carnage, we will begin the King of the Ring qualifying matches. 16 men will compete in a single elimination tournament to crown this year's King of the Ring. Oh, and it just gets better. A new season means new faces, as that man right there has signed on the dotted line earlier today. Former Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, then known as Eli Drake, will be simply known as L.A. Knight. This man's future is quite bright, and only time will tell what he will bring to the table now that he is a part of the WWE roster. But now, we move on to some more in-ring action as The Miz is currently in the ring.
The following contest is set for one fall. Currently in the ring, he is The Miz.
The self-proclaimed A-lister will have a tall task in front of him because we mentioned crowning a new King of the Ring with the winner receiving a WWE World Title opportunity at SummerSlam. But the man The Miz has to face in a matter of moments is the winner of last year's King of the Ring tournament, and he is quite the monster. I haven't said this in a while, but he is the current King of the Jungle. He is Braun Strowman.
And his opponent, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
Strowman won last year's King of the Ring tournament by defeating the late great Luke Harper, Brody Lee in the finals in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And with the cabinet watching every matchup tonight close, you have to believe that he is a favorite to not only compete in the tournament, but being the first two-time King of the Ring since Bret Hart did so in 1991 and 1993. But the State Farm Arena is rocking with Strowman. And like I said, Miz has a massive task in front of him. Will he be able to take advantage or fall to the King of the Jungle? Senior referee Mike Chioda is your official for this match. There's the bell, and we are underway. Oh, got out of the way real quick. I couldn't even prepare for what's about to happen, but The Miz is about to make sure Strowman is going to feel that he's been in the ring with the former Intercontinental Champion. Oh, what a shot to the chest. What a night it's been so far. Samoa Joe has issued a warning to the Rebellion that he is going to do what John Moxley, Triple H, and what he believes Shinsuke Nakamura cannot do. He will single-handedly rid us of our Rebellion problem. Will he do so? Miz is about to meet with his own problem. What a clobbering blow by the monster. The King of the Jungle, if you will. Into the Samoan drop. And speaking of Samoan drops, did you see that confrontation with Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe? Even though they didn't say a word, but that is quite the match that I cannot wait to see in the near future, because these are two different incredible athletes. What a face first, knee to the jaw. Miz hasn't really been seeing much success since losing the Intercontinental Championship last June, but you have to understand that he has to start somewhere, especially if he wants to compete in this year's King of the Ring. Well, he got to impress the cabinet to get into a qualifying match. Oh, now Strowman, sending them halfway across the ring. Miz, he's gonna have to try to change some type of strategy. He's normally accompanied to the ring by his wife, but she has been at home with his daughters, so he's going at it alone right here, right now. He's gonna need all the help he can get if he wants to topple the monster. Oh, what a scoop slam right there. What a slam right there. And now Strowman's stalking Miz, who is trying his best to, I guess you could say, stay in his fight, but really there's not that much he can do as he hangs him up. Strowman does mix. What a night we have in store for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Bronson Reed in our main event will issue an open challenge for his new World Television Championship, the title that he won last night when he destroyed Cedric Alexander. And now The Miz looking to scoop out of this one real quick. And now The Miz, he takes his head off with that lariat. Miz, I don't know what. He just got Braun Strowman off his feet. And now he's going to do a lot. He's going to keep him down. He got him down, now he's going to keep him down for the count. And now, this ain't smart. Come on, Miz. Come on. That ain't smart, but now, scooping him up over his shoulder. and he plants him. Oh, his foot hung up off the ropes, but same impact. The Miz is in serious trouble. Now Strowman has him up, walking around into the running power slam. Miz tried to fight the inevitable, but the result will be no different as Braun Strowman picks up the win over the former Intercontinental Champion. Let's take a look back at how the ending of this match came about. Miz tried to fight, but he was planning it right here, and then this running power slam, and it is always signal nothing but the end. Braun Strowman with the win.
Here is your winner, Braun Strowman.
Strowman celebrating his victory here tonight. Look at Rusev. What the? Rusev attacking Braun Strowman with a steel chair. I was about to say Strowman is looking to get into a qualifying match for next week. This might as well have been a qualifying match, but Rusev has other ideas for the Monster Among Men. He is unleashing brutal chair shots. And what is the reason? Fresh off his victory over The Rock this past weekend at WrestleMania, doesn't matter with that Moshka kick. The thrust kick to the jaw. This crowd here in the State Farm Arena is not happy with this. And, oh no. We've seen this before. Oh, he just stopped the leg. Deja vu. This is how Nakamura was forced to relinquish the WWE title last summer when that man did the same thing to him. And speaking of Nakamura, of course, this is a direct message to the man who left him laying with the Kinshasa 48 hours ago. But this is how Nakamura was injured. That man, Rusev, then hid him behind a mask, shattering his leg to put him on the shelf. The same might have just happened to Braun Strowman. Where's this man's deal? Oh, that's news. Lacey Evans no longer on board as the official consultant. So William Regal will no longer be chief of staff. He will simply be known as general manager. That's cool. Oh, Kevin Owens interrupting Paul Heyman. That's not. Kevin Owens demanded an opportunity to take part in the qualifying matches for the King of the Ring, but he better tread lightly when interrupting Paul Heyman, who has quite the influence to either make or break your career. Oh, and speaking of careers, there you see Triple H, who fought for his life to keep his career intact in that brutal I Quit match against Aleister Black, but came up short. I wasn't expecting to see him back so soon, but here he is, and he looks like he's making his way out here, even though he's still no longer can compete. We hear from Triple H next. I can't wait to see Ricochet back inside the WWE ring for the first time since the Royal Rumble, but from one flourishing career to one that has come to an end just 24 hours after having his in-ring career come to an end to save his wife. The 14-time world champion Triple H is in the building after that grueling I Quit match against Aleister Black in what has been dubbed the final encounter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chief Operating Officer of the WWE, Triple H!
Per the contract they signed, this thing between them that started following Judgment Day last year had to end. Survivor Series wasn't enough, 3 Stages of Hell wasn't enough. They had to put their pride and will to the test, and the one thing that Triple H cared about more than his career was what brought it all to an end, and it was his wife, his family. They shouldn't have been at ringside, but they were there, and Black took advantage, DDT and Stephanie on exposed wood. Hated that it had to end the way that it did, but Triple H went out in a blaze of glory. It was called the final encounter for a reason. He can't touch him. Oh, good. Good. You wanted to do what? I don't know if that's smart. This man is quite dangerous, literally. The lights have gone dark. Will Black answer the call? The Harbinger of Fury is face to face with the game one final time. I'm still confused as to why Triple H wants to shake this man's hand after everything he's done to his family over the past year. Is he about to... Oh, Daniel Bryan, I have any of this. The leader of the rebellion out here to put a stop to Black shaking Triple H's hand. Is he whining? He lost. He took the pin. Triple H don't care. I'm listening. He is still the COO, so he can suggest certain things. What? Triple H dropping a bomb on the Rebellion. Next week in what he calls a Rebellion triple threat. He proposes Bryan versus Ryder versus Gable, where whoever wins qualifies for King of the Ring, but whoever takes the pinfall will be fired. Bryan is livid, but this is what he gets for getting in the grill of the COO of this company. Well, I guess we're having ourselves a Rebellion triple threat match next week. From Samoa Joe to Shinsuke Nakamura to Triple H behind the scenes, the Rebellion's control over the chaos within the WWE appears to be coming to an end, because next week is guaranteed that someone is getting fired within that group. I didn't even know you could break an ironclad contract, but here we are. And here are the Iconics making their first appearance since they're running with Ronda Rousey a couple of months back. Peyton Royce has the task of facing someone who has undergone quite the change since the last time we saw her. It's better for you to witness this, and I will attempt to explain it as we go. There you see, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a woman who was once known as Ruby Riott. But a couple of months ago, she lost a match against Liv Morgan, and following that match, she disappeared along with Liv and has undergone quite the metamorphosis. She's usually an explosive presence, but this is chilling.
The is set for one fall. Making her way to the ring, she is Sister Ruby Soho.
Sister Ruby Soho. I was informed by an anonymous letter that she has sacrificed her last name for a different cause for controlled chaos, and we'll learn more about that after this match. I have no idea what is going on. The last I remember, Liv Morgan being associated with the Fiend, and she led Ruby Riott away, but now Ruby's back and she seems darker. And Peyton Royce, I feel for you, but you will have your hands full because she has no idea what to expect. Peyton looks like she's not sweating it, but I think she might change her tune once that bell rings. Jessica Carr, ring that bell, and here we go. Peyton ain't sweating it, but Ruby is not. Oh, what a super kick. Straight out of the gate. Super kick into the German suplex, folding her up. It's like she's not, it's like she's calculating. It's hard to explain what it is. And oh, Jesus Christ. She's biting her face. What the hell? What is wrong with her? Oh, Billy Kay calls the distraction and a Saito suplex, a wrist lock suplex by Peyton Royce to Ruby. Ruby Soho is the name, I believe. Oh, the kick to the wrist right there. Getting her out of the way. Riot kick out of nowhere, but can I even call it a riot kick? Because she's no longer. Ruby unleashing a scream for the ages, and Peyton is a lamb for the ready to be slaughtered. Ruby has her, and she plants her, spiked her. She spiked her on the head, and just like that, Billy tried to stop the inevitable, but Ruby Soho picks up the win in dominant fashion. It has been a night of dominance, and it doesn't stop. What a kick. And then right here, she spiked her.
Here is your winner, Sister Ruby Soho.
Whatever metamorphosis she has undergone thanks to Liv Morgan is working. And with the Fiend gone, Ruby Soho, Sister Ruby Soho, will gladly keep his memory alive in the most twisted way possible. Billy is pissed right now, and Ruby's not done. Ruby's not done. She spikes Billy Kay. What does she even call that? Whatever she calls it is brutal. And speaking of Liv Morgan, her sister Liv. The ashes of the fiendish family rises a twisted version of controlled chaos from Sister Liv. Ruby Soho has become her silent instrument of destruction when instructed. With the Women's Championship ranking unfreezing as of tonight, I can see her ranked pretty high. Speaking of the Women's Championship, we received this message paid for by the Beatdown Corporation on behalf of the current Women's Champion. Shayna is not pleased with Bianca's comments after choking out Becky Lynch last night at WrestleMania. You already know she's ready to choke out the EST and bring that title to Camp Space. What a night it has been. The State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia has been rocking since the doors opened. Another successful WrestleMania weekend is close to being over. Let's tell you what's about to go down next week. King of the Ring qualifying matches. We got to round out 16 men to compete for the illustrious King of the Ring crown. We'll find out next week, but we'll also be having this match, a three-way qualifying match, the Rebellion Triple Threat, as Triple H calls. You win and you're in. You get pinned and you're gone. You're fired. And speaking of Triple H, the man who retired him will actually speak for the first time since that brutal I Quit match, as Aleister Black will address his future. What will he have to say? We'll find out next week. And also breaking his silence is his shocking action against Randy Orton at WrestleMania. The Hall of Famer Edge will address the WWE fans next week as well. Why did he do what he do? Was he beating Orton to the punch? We'll find out hopefully next week. What a show that will be, and I can't wait to kick off this road to King of the Ring. There you see Bronson Reed. MVP is pissed. MVP is not pleased with seeing the man he purposely got fired after he failed to defeat Hideo Itami back in the WWE, and he's even more pissed that Bronson destroyed Cedric Alexander, who has been put out of action indefinitely. But this is where we are, as Reed is hell-bent on proving MVP wrong about the dead weight comment, and he could do just that in a matter of moments, as this is your main event of the broadcast, with the WWE World TV title on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. And it is for the WWE World Television Championship. Making his way to the ring from Black Forest, South Australia, he is the current WWE World Television Champion, Bronson Reed!
Bronson Reed not only was a last-minute replacement for the injured Trent Seven in a battle royal during night one of WrestleMania, but Reed sent a colossal statement when he absolutely manhandled and destroyed primetime Cedric Alexander to win that title. When we come back, we'll find out who accepts the challenge of the new World Television Champion. Bronson Reed is a man on a mission. Don't go anywhere. The main event continues next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your eyes are not deceiving you. For the first time since last November, Jinder Mahal is back.
Introducing the challenger from Punjab, India, weighing in at 238 pounds. He is the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal.
Last time we saw Mahal, he was assaulted in the parking lot by Sami Callihan, and he would love nothing more than to make Bronson Reed's title reign short-lived at 24 hours. But the mood Reed has been in, but that is what it's all about, the coveted World Television Championship. The mood Reed has been in is not for the faint of heart. Jinder Mahal with a new look, looks focused and ready to bring the fight to the reigning and defending TV champion. If you're Bronson, you watch out for the Colossus, which is what Jinder calls his Cobra Clutch Slam. But if you're Jinder, you watch out not only for the Samoan drop, but you don't by any means let Reed climb the ropes and connect with the tsunami, because at that point you're done. As customary in the title matches, the official shows the challenger the title, but that is what he's fighting for. Neither man had time to prepare for the other, as this was an open challenge. Mike Chioda is your official for this main event for the World Television title. Mahal, Reed, here we go as the bell rings and we are underway. We have to tell you a little bit about the history of how we got to this point, as both men are looking for a little mind games right now. As there's the lockup right there, and Reed is backed up. Mahal overpowering the Colossal Champion. And a cheap shot. A cheap shot, as I thought it was going to be a clean break, but that's not expected at this point by Mahal, but that is expected as Reed responded in kind with a brutal lariat. And now, Reed has a Northern Light suplex float over. He switches position right there into what a corkscrew. Look like a vertical corkscrew suplex. As I mentioned at the top of during Bronson Reed's entrance, he scooped him up into a powerbomb. Cedric Alexander is probably cringing if he is watching this, because that is the fate that he suffered last night. And speaking of Bronson Reed, not only was he a last-minute replacement, as I mentioned, for the injured Trent Seven, the Battle Royal during night 1 of WrestleMania, but Reed won the TV title not by pinfall or submission, but by referee stoppage, because he kept repeating tsunami splashes and he kept attacking Cedric. He was sending a brutal message. And he went ahead and canceled the continuation of his title reign by forcing Jess to stop the match. But it looked like Jinder Mahal is looking to force a cancellation of Reed's title reign as well, because he wants to make it a 24-hour reign, as he is completely regained control. What a forearm! Jinder Mahal, the last time we saw him, as I mentioned, he was brutally assaulted in the backstage area during the WWE Alternative Tour. And now, looking to brutally assault the ribs and the midsection of the Colossal Champion. What a night has been so far. The Rebellion is on the cusp of being eliminated, and now, the strength of Jinder. The strength, oh my God, what a power bomb. The strength of the modern day Maharaja. Now Mahal, possibly going for another one, but Bronson had it scouted. What a belly-to-belly suplex. And now, Chioda get out of the way. Into the senton. And again, is Reed about to do what he did to say, you might want to get out of the way, Mike. He's about to do the same thing he did to Cedric Alexander 24 hours ago. He's not going for the cover, and now, wait a minute. We saw the intense confrontation between these two backstage, and now the CEO of the Beatdown Corporation, MVP, is coming out here to get a closer look. Reed didn't go for the pin after those repeated sentons, but he is pissed, because MVP is the reason why Bronson Reed was released, and Paul Heyman corrected this, what I believe was an error to release a talent like Bronson Reed, but it seems the presence of MVP might have just pissed off the champion even further. What a kick to the back of the head. That might have just pissed him off, and now, what a German suplex, folding him up, and now, Mahal, now a wrist lock, and a wrist lock, bouncing him off the head like his head connected with the mat, which is not something you want to do. And now Reed looking back at MVP. What a side slam right there. And now, bouncing him off the ropes. Bronson is sending a message not only to MVP, the man who is looking on right now, but he's also sending a message to the entire WWE and anyone who wants to oppose him. He is not a throwaway talent. Samoan drop. An earth-shattering Samoan drop to the challenger. Reed glancing back at his former boss as he heads to the top. And is only down from here for Jinder Mahal. Tsunami! Shoots the half, sending quite the message to MVP and the Beatdown Corporation. Bronson Reed retains the World Television title. Jinder tried to put up a fight, but it seems like the arrival MVP signaled the end for Jinder. What a tsunami splash right there. I say he had to look out for it, and he couldn't, and that was it.
WWE World Television Champion, Bronson Reed!
His title reign is not short at all. If this 32-year-old incredible athlete keeps this up, he could very well hold on to that title for a long, long time. MVP is probably furious, but the fact remains, his failed, quote-unquote, failed project, and I state that lightly, is out to prove him wrong, and whether that will push him further or be his downfall remains to be seen. But tonight belongs to Bronson Reed. What the? Shelton Benjamin! Shelton Benjamin attacking Bronson Reed, no, without a doubt, without question, on the orders of MVP. Oh, but that might, a Samoan drop. That was short-lived, but it looked like Bronson Reed, he might be pissed. Without a doubt, MVP set this up. Shelton Benjamin is a longtime friend of Montel, and that might have just made things worse. As you can see, those eyes of Bronson Reed are probably seeing red right now. MVP just looking on as his friend is probably, oh, through the barricade! Shelton Benjamin brought this on himself, but you have to know that he was working on the orders of that man standing on the stage. MVP Bronson Reed is a powder keg that has just exploded. A storm has indeed come for the Beatdown Corporation. Bronson Reed is no longer tied to the BDC, but MVP might have just made things worse because those are the eyes of a man who cannot be stopped. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Good night from Atlanta. If you made it to this point in the video, I would like to shout out my Patreon backers. Without you guys, I would not be where I am today. Thank you.
I ain't giving no chance like this. Right last man on the